What's going on, folks? I was doing some shopping earlier today. Ran into someone that I hadn't seen in a while. Asked him how life was. He told me he's doing okay. I asked him how was work, to which I got this funny look. And this is that look that many of you get when people ask you every day, how you doing and how's work? You know, that dinner table conversation you have with your father-in-law or something, right? How's work? So what it made me realize, just talking to this person, I'm not going to really go into the details of what they described about their ins and outs and the foolishness that they deal with at their particular workplace. Because many of you out there are dealing with the exact same things. It's an epidemic, folks, because you're not focusing on the fact that everyone has this story. See, if enough of you got together in the room, you would realize that there was a serious problem, folks. The reason why I had to leave the toxic workplace environment, why many of you are climbing the walls, trying to get out of the places that you're at. In our last video that we discussed, we talked about toxic, stalking employees and co-workers and stuff and people, and I gave y'all some examples of these over-the-top people in your lives. To this video, we're going to dedicate mostly to the workplace today. In that case, we talked about that overt person, that over-the-top psychotic person who's looking for a victim, going to your homes and do things, steal from you, right? Harm you in those ways that really affect you, folks, right? And so what I did was I recall telling you in that video, and today sparked really why I should do this video today, because the person was telling me a few things, but more relative to the stalking environment in the workplace. I told you I would look up some history and try to figure out some things about where this started. Then the first cases of gang stalking occurred sometime around World War II or something, a little bit after. And it was conducted by the German secret police, right? The Stasi or something is what they called them. And these people would do everything, the classic playbook things that we talk about all the time, the gaslighting and all of the shit that they do. They started this stuff, folks. So I gave you previous examples in other videos, like you may leave your house or something, they'll come in to rearrange all your furniture, so when you get back, you think you're losing your mind because you knew the furniture was in another place when you left. Stuff like that. So these are techniques designed to break you down mentally for the purpose of controlling you. Everything that's done in these situations is about control. And what I want you guys to understand about the narcissist is that he has a severe mental problem. Most of the stuff that this narc does, you will never understand if you try to sit down and reason some of the actions. And it's all childlike is what I want you guys to really focus on. Most of this stuff is childlike stuff. You're dealing with a 5-year-old trapped in a 50-year-old body, right? And so you're frustrated every day because you see people not do their work. You see people play all types of games, and you think, I'm just coming to work to get a paycheck. Why do I have to deal with all of this bullshit? Then you try to take it to a higher up, only to realize that they're part of the game, that they implemented certain aspects of this game. And you see it because they turn a blind eye to whatever you're saying. They discount all of the things that are happening to you and everything. And it's all part of a bigger game. In the movies, these things happen, and the hero of the movie is always confronted with this challenge of trying to get everyone else on board to realize that they're being targeted or something. So when we talk about your workplaces, folks, that same behavior that the secret police used decades ago, right? Because all of them had mental problems, obviously. But what I'm trying to show you is that in your workplaces, this foolishness comes from a demonic person, a person with low energy, which is why they're able to even do these things. Because some of the things are, you just can't process how somebody could be like this. But this is how it happens, folks. It happened from childhood. And so you're dealing with clinical cases here. Okay? So gang stalking at work is really done a lot by flying monkeys. And then we'll get to the specifics of this. The flying monkeys, folks, the people that you cannot stand because they're yes men or women. They'll go along with any plan, no matter how silly the plan is, no matter how crazy it is, just for validation, right? Or maybe they want to target you themselves, and because they're so weak and they're not clever enough to do it on their own, they have to all gang up. See, gang stalking, see the gangs. So they all get together and they'll do these things to you, right? They'll watch you consistently. I've talked about these bosses who will stand around, you know, the whole time you're busy and struggling at work trying to get the job done. They'll let your coworkers fuck off and leave you with everything, give you all of the terrible assignments and stuff, work you to death. So then when it's time for you to get that break, you want to get some peace of mind or something, you go over to have your break, maybe you're in the break room or something, and to which you notice that every time, no matter what time you take this lunch, you see your boss standing somewhere, you know, directly aligned with you somewhere in a corner watching you. Now, they have other things to do, obviously. They're bosses, right? They're getting paid much more than you, and you know how hard you work. So why isn't this boss busy? But they're busy, folks. They're busy watching you. They're busy trying to get the tab on you. Because like I said before, if you're not providing them the supply, if you're unaffected by their bullshit, if they're trying to harass you and you're just not letting it phase you, it's making them look silly. So they're going to keep trying to draw straws and come up with some type of way that they can really stick it to you. Another way that they do this in one of these forms is harassment. If I'm sitting in lunch and I'm having my lunch, folks, I'm trying to have peace, a peace of mind. If I look up and see this same person, no matter what time I decide to take this break, this person standing there watching me the whole time. They're not watching all of the coworkers you have who are fucking off, and some of them are leaving and not coming back for an hour or something or whatever. You know these stories, folks. But they're watching you. They're taking that 30 minutes or whatever time you get, 15 or something. They're standing around watching you, right? Because they're obsessed with you. This is beyond the job. If you went to anyone at this job, like I said in that previous video, if you went to anyone in any authority and tried to get some assistance, they would downplay this. See, they're all part of the game, folks. They all have the same mentality. So they're all crazy, right? So this person gets to, for their own pleasure and enjoyment of watching you get annoyed with them, they get to stand and harass you. Watch you take every bite of food from your plate, right? So then when you get up from the table and leave them sitting there, they have to play it off like they were just sitting there. And you see, this is where it gets like a child at, folks. A 50-year-old should not be acting like they're on the Wonder Years or something. You understand what I'm saying to you? They shouldn't be looking around like you're Winnie Cooper and they're trying to play it off in the moment or something. You get what I'm saying? You're dealing with a child, folks. So many of you go to work every day and your only trouble, you're doing the job. But if they tell you that you're not productive or something, it's part of their game. You know how hard they're working you. No one else is working like this. So how are you not productive? You see the gaslighting, folks? The problem with the world society and these employers and stuff, and I keep saying this, is an epidemic, folks. Just like I talked to this person today, is that they have to go to work. They're just trying to go to work for 8 or 10 hours or something, get a paycheck and go home. It's just a task. But these people, their lives are the job. See, that person, that creative person that was a target, he was targeted for that creativity, I'm sorry. And so, because this person had a light and it was shining, they always had people trying to snuff that light. People who were jealous of them just simply because of who they are or how they think or something. They're not like everyone else. Everyone else is a loser. Everyone else is a flocker. You get it? So when you have that special quality, everyone notices you, folks. You're eating your lunch and you have like 5 or 6 people at the next table. Instead of them actively enjoying a conversation amongst 5 people, somehow they're not interested in each other. They're interested in what you're doing tables away from them. There's a loud, noise going on. People are talking, commotion and stuff, but they're still focused on you. And whatever you do, every move you freaking make will be reported back to someone. Mostly in this case, the master planner, who's trying to get the tab on you. Now, when you think about pathology and the way people think, no one in this group, and this is why we're getting to why they're losers, folks. No one in this group is looking at each other saying, why are we doing this? We're grown-ups. We don't have anything else better to do with our lives but watch someone who's not thinking about any of us, who's not friends with any of us, who doesn't talk to any of us. We can't find camaraderie amongst each other, but we can character assassinate some person who hasn't done anything to us. This is why gang stalkers and flying monkeys are fucking fools. The worst flying monkey will be one of the Manson followers or something. You see? Just because someone else wants to harm you, they tell someone to do something to you, and that person, because they're a fucking airhead, they just go along with it and do whatever. Right? You see what I'm saying, folks? They're dangerous. Flying monkeys are just as dangerous as the narc, because they're in most cases the ones who are actually going to do the job, folks. The narc is a weakling. The narc will never get their hands dirty. Right? And they always think they're going to get away with something. You know? So I feel for my friend, you know, who has to come in tomorrow or something and who have to deal with this same narc boss who's going to do the same thing that many of you are having happen to you every day. And that's the simple truth, folks. The narcissist is your boss. The narcissist is your civic leader. Your narcissist is your official leaders in government and stuff. I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Everything that you're disenfranchised by is because someone else wants to do something to you. And because you're clueless to these things, or you're just weak, you don't speak out. You don't question some of the fucking foolishness. Why should I let you hack my computer because you want to know something about me? I'm just a person. I'm just working here, just like you. I don't know anything about you. You understand what I'm saying to you? But these people don't reason like that, right? Once you become a target, they just cannot stop obsessing with your life, right? They'll follow you home, folks. Imagine leaving work, getting off from a long day, and you're driving down the road. You're 10 miles away from your job, and you look in the rearview mirror, and you think you see one of your coworkers, or you think you see your boss, right? How scary that is. If they're willing to go that far, how far would they really actually be willing to go? See, you people don't even imagine that people could be like this, okay? When you don't have the Most High, folks, you know, you're literally surrounded by dark energy. You're not delivered. So you'll be susceptible to any bullshit, right? I hate seeing victims, folks, and it troubles me on a level where I just don't know what to do about it. I know that a lot of you are thinking about these things. A lot of you watching this channel. A lot of you have given me comments in the past, and for those people who will comment in the future, okay? I do appreciate understanding and realizing that there's a community of people who are devoted to discussing these things, because we really need to get rid of it. It's the cause of all of the ills of society. It's really the cause of everything, folks. Right? Any policy you have, anything that you're doing, if it disenfranchises you, a narcissist came up with the idea. I talked to you guys about 401k plans. I talked to you guys about some of these tax laws and stuff. Everything that they do, folks. These are rich people who have everything. So why would they not even try to assist you on some level to be stronger than what you are? Get a leg up in society. Put that kid through school or something. A lot of this shit is foolishness, but I'm just giving you an example. Everywhere in life that you want to grow, you have someone willing to suppress you. The narcissist. If you're just trying to do a damn job, you could be a shit shoveler. You'll have that golden shit shoveling narcissist at your job, beating their chest, sticking their chest out, saying and proclaiming how grandiose they are because they are the head shit shoveler and they have a golden shovel. So there's something mentally wrong with the average person who's willing to do this stuff or be a follower of this stuff. You get it? We're tired of seeing these narcissists because you guys have fucking mental problems of the severest nature. Everyone else, whether they want to be on board or not, has to ride this fucking crazy train, folks. Because you need to hurt somebody to get validation. So what if they turn around and hurt you back? What if they turn around and punch you the fuck out or something? Would that be fair to you? Then you would use that as some type of situation to put yourselves and make yourselves victims. You see what I'm saying, folks? The narcissist is a pathological fool. in every way. They're like a child. They haven't dealt with themselves and their emotions. And so now you have to be the parent, or you have to deal with this stuff. And it's sickening. Please help us. This is what you should be calling out to the Most High. The Most High is going to help you folks. Then the question is, what side of the fence are you going to be on when that happens? Are you going to be a go-alonger? Go along with these devils and fools, right? For little perks and things so you can feel better than what you really are. Because you're not facing reality. You're all losers. If you're stalking, you're losers. I'm not even gonna get into clinicals. I understand and appreciate clinicals like I've told you guys. But on a real level, who cares about a fucking clinical? Right? If you're a narc, if you're doing narcissistic shit day in and day out, you are a fucking malignant narcissist. Period. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter what the white coats say. A lot of them are working for the fucking devil, folks. Okay? Imagine if everyone turned to their narc neighbors and punched them in the face. If everyone started doing this and were willing to do this on the spot. Imagine how the narcissists would have to change their strategies. Because they're not expecting people to fight back and be stronger than what they are, folks. This is what this is all about. You're dealing with the devil. I'll spit in the devil's face. How about that? I don't like the devil. Right? His fucking days are numbered, folks. So if you're on that train riding it with him, you're going to meet your end just like he is. Fact. I love bad behavior, folks. But the idea of just going to work, no matter what the task is, office worker, shit shoveler, bus driver, janitor, whatever the fuck you're doing, you're just doing a job. You're not better than anyone, right? There shouldn't be a need for you to have to work anyway. It shouldn't be a society that's driving you on a hamster wheel or something to keep you working at these places and deal with these fucking fools. Because this is why you're there. Otherwise, you would have gone a long time ago. But some of you are between a rock and a hard place. And you're dealing with fucking hard-headed narcissists. You see? So yeah, I love bad behavior. But I'm tired of dealing with assholes, folks. Enough of you are not saying, who's the fucking asshole in here? No, none of you are asking this question and looking around. Seeing how you were affected and being able to trace that back to some fucking fool. Right? Some mischievous asshole. Okay? So you folks going over to my website, thinkbehavior.info, pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. You can pick the book up on Amazon. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Appreciate the new subscriptions, folks, in the comments. And you guys have a great day. I hope you're not going to have to deal with what I just talked to someone about, you know, in their workspace. And I just hope that the best of you are looking at your exit plans, coming up with strategies and stuff to manage yourselves until you get out of that place, right? Keeping your sanity. Gang stalkers are fucking losers, period. You don't have anything else to do with your life, period. That's the fact. Wake up, y'all. Take care.